Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Quan again. Today we're going to talk about 3 different kind of filters, how they work and how they compare. And we personally used all these filters before, so we want to tell you how we feel about it and what's our experience with it. And if you haven't already, as always, please like our video and subscribe to our channel, please. Your support is very important to us. Last video, we talked about our pond, our filtration system, which is the Ultima II. I talked to a lot of people on Facebook and on YouTube, and they all have very good comments about it. But there are also a lot of good filters out there that works really well as well. And today we're just gonna introduce you 3 different kind of filters that works differently, and that's designed for different pond size. And some of them are a bit more cost efficient. So let's take a look at it. So when I first started my koi pond, I didn't really know anything about pond or the filtration system. I tried to use some really DIY solution, like putting in sponges and filter pads in the skimmer and trying to clean the water. And that just doesn't work. And I had to go on Google and look up to a lot of information. And finally, I landed this first filter that we ever bought from Amazon. It's really cost efficient. I looked it up last night. It's only $125. It's pretty affordable, and it has all the bell and whistles that you wanted. And it's a pressurized filter. A pressurized filter means that it's a canister or a box or a holder, and then when the water comes in, the water pressure that goes in is the same water pressure that goes out. And that's a really handy feature if you want to attach this unit to some other attachments or another filter that you already have. This is a Goplus 4000, and it's designed for about 2,500 gallons pond, but that is the condition with no fish. If you have koi fish, they say this is good for about 1,100 gallons. But I think from my own experience, if you have koi in your pond and depend on your population density, I think this is pretty good for a 1,000 gallon pond. This filter also has a backwash function. A backwash function is really important, and it will save you a lot of time. So what that means is, whatever filtration system you have, you'll have to clean it periodically. So whether it's a week or a month. And backwash function means that when it can use the pond water, the clean pond water that comes in, to clean the filter inside the filter pads inside the filter. And all the dirty water will be diverted out from another outlet that you can put on the flower bed or your garden. And that will save you a lot of work and time. So it's a really nice function to have. The second thing that's really good in this unit is it also comes with the UV light. It's really hard to see, but this is the window for the UV light. When this is turned on, you'll see the blue light in there, and that means that the UV light is working. UV light is good because it kills the green algae in the pond, and that will help you prevent your pond from turning into green pea soup. So that is great. That will help your pond clean and clear. And this filter works that the water comes in here in one of the inlet, and after it's all filtered through, it goes out in the second outlet. The last outlet we have already talked about is for the backwash function. Now let's take a look inside the filter and see how it works. Right here, it has a belt that seals everything up. Then we can take this out. This is what it looks like inside the filter. The water comes in here, it goes through all the filter pads. They have the high density pad and the low density pad, and then there's 3 layers of it. Water is going to be filtered through all these sponges, and hopefully all the bad stuff, the dirt is going to be captured in here. And furthermore, another good function for this filter is in here. Right here, you can see inside there, pull one of these out. it has a compartment that holds these bio balls. These are pretty basic bio balls, but they should work the same. Its function is to increase the surface area that will be able to use to hold the beneficial bacteria. So that's a pretty good handy thing, and the unit comes with these bio balls as well. The bio balls and the bio filter is very important for your nitrification process. Again, if you haven't already looked at our past video, ammonia, which will be produced by fish, is going to be nitrified into nitrate and nitrite and nitrate. And it's very important because ammonia is poisonous and dangerous to your fish. So that's very important. So in summary, this filter works pretty well. The best advantage it has is it's very cost efficient, and it has all the bell and whistles you'll need. A few experience and comments I'll say about this unit is that the backwash function works, but it doesn't work perfectly. So you'll still have to periodically pull this thing out and clear the filter pads yourself. And remember, when you're cleaning the filter pads, you want to clean with the pond water. Never clean the pad with your tap water, because the chlorine in the tap water is going to kill all the beneficial bacteria that's living on the sponges already. Another comment I will make about this unit is that when you're pulling and cleaning all of this, you want to be very careful and gentle about the UV light. It's hidden in the compartment inside here, and to see it, you have to unscrew all these screws on top. But you want to be very gentle because UV light in general is just easily break. So you want to be very gentle, and then you don't want to shake it or drop this on the ground. That will break the UV light inside, and then at that time you have to replace it. But overall, again, it has all the bells and whistles, and it's very cost efficient. And again, this is a pressurized filter, so that means if you want to attach this to another gravity filter or the existing filter you already have as an addition, this thing will work really well. Okay, so this is the second filter we purchased on Amazon. This one is the OASE BioSmart 10,000 gallon. This is not a pressurized filter, this is more like a gravity filter, so it works a little bit differently, but I think the design is really genius, and it works really well for us. We use it for a shorter period of time before we switch to the Ultima, but I still want to introduce everybody to this filter because I think this one works really well. Again, this one is a gravity filter, so the water comes in here, it got filtered right in here, the filter does its own thing, and then it comes out right here. And again, being not a pressurized filter means that the water pressure comes in here is different from the water pressure comes in here. So that will make some differences if you want to attach this to another unit or some other attachments like UV lights. So let's just look inside and see how this guy works. So first of all, the 10,000 unit, this is a 10,000 gallon unit. They do have units for 5,000 gallons, which is just the same thing, but just half the size. Now the 10,000 gallons is going to have two lids that you can take off. Inside, it works just like this. Here, the water comes in and it goes into the compartment down there. And these holes, hinges right here, these are all filter pads. These are all filter pads. The water will come in here and it got filtered through the filter pads and it goes out right here. And then you can see it's really nice that it has a thermometer right here that you can use. And you can just see from outside from the top when the lids are on. This one is a signal that tells you if the water is too dirty, the filter pad is too dirty and you need to clean the filter pad. The main reason I really like about this unit is how easy it is to do backwash. Now, it's not a one-for-all backwash just like the Goplus, but the backwash in this one is really easy as well. You just turn off the water and then you can just pull these handles right here. So I can show you how this is pulled. You just pull like this, and it's gonna squeeze the sponges and clean the dirt off the filter pad. And then there is a dirty water outlet right here. Then you can just pull, and all the drainage is the dirty stuff is gonna drain out from here. And there is a third level to this, and let me show you. And this is how the filter pads look like. These different color filter pads are different density. These are the lower density that will catch the larger debris, and these are the high density that will catch smaller particles like dirt or sand. Again, this works really well. For backwash, all you need to do is just pull this, and it's gonna squeeze the sponges and clean the filter pads for you. The third level to this is really just a box where the water will come in and sit in right here. The water is gonna flow up and go through the filter pads like I showed, and then it's gonna go out here for a clean water outlet. The reason I really like about this filter is for its simple design, but still very effective. And in terms of cleaning, day-to-day routine cleaning, you can just pull the sponges and it works really well. And the drainage is right here. I close it on so that normally the water will not come out. But when you're draining, you can just turn this off and then open up the door, and all the dirty water is going to go out. So it's really easy to clean the filter pads, and it's also easy to clean the entire filter box. So that's just and then there's nothing that you will be really afraid of breaking. It's very sturdy. It's made of really great quality. I checked last night. I think it's selling currently for $370, which is a little bit higher than the Goplus 4000, but I think it's still at a pretty good cost-efficient price range for the design and the good quality of the make. So 2 more comments I'll make about this filter is that although they say it's for 10,000 gallon, and they advertise for 10,000 gallon, but it's really for 10,000 gallon pond that has no fish at all. They say that on the Amazon website, if you have fish, any kind of fish, this is for 5,000 gallon. And if you have koi, this is for 2,500 gallon. So basically, if you're looking for this for a koi pond, then depending on your population density, this is probably good for about 2,000 to 2,500 gallons pond. Another comment I'll make about this filter is that this one doesn't come with either the bio balls or the UV light. But because the excess amount of filter pads and the sponges they have in this unit, that will provide you some biofiltration function. But it doesn't come with a UV light, but you can adapt a UV light to this. Either you can put a small UV light in the compartment, or you can attach a UV light before it goes into this filter. Either way will still work. So overall, I'll say this is a good filter with a great design, simple, easy to use, and backwash filter, and with a really sturdy and good quality of the make. So before we move on to our third filter that we're going to introduce today, I just want to make one more comment about the 2 filters that we have already talked about today. So the Goplus 4000 is a pressurized filter, so it's going to hold the water pressure coming in and the water pressure coming out. So that gives it the ability to attach the unit to other units, such as the second filter we talked about today, or it can be attached to a UV light unit. There's many different variations that people can do and will do, so that's just one more idea that you can think about for your pond. Now, last but not least, the current filter that we're using right now, which is the Ultima II 20,000 gallon that we've talked about in the previous video. We have introduced how easy it is to use the filter, and the filter just works amazingly for us. But today, the reason I want to bring it up is because it's a Bead filter. And I want to just talk about what is a Bead filter. A Bead filter is just a pressurized filter where the filter pads, or not filter pads, but beads, like really small particles. So in the Ultima II scenario, it has a big canister that we showed in the prior video, and if you haven't already, go back and take a look at that video. But it's a big canister that holds all these little beads, biomedia. It's a black kind of cylinder structure, and it fills it up entirely. It fills up so much that all the dirt and debris that goes through the filter is being captured by all these little black medias. And the black medias has so much surface area that it will house all the bacteria as well, or the good bacteria. So it works really great. And the Ultima II is also a pressure filter, so you can attach it to UV light or any other unit you like. So it works really great for us. We love it, but it is a little bit higher on the price point for what we bought, the 20,000 gallon the version of it. But there are also a smaller version of it. They have, I believe, 2,000 gallon for 4,000, 6,000, all the way up to much bigger pump. You don't necessarily have to buy a much bigger unit like us for the 20,000 gallon for a 4,000 gallon pond. You can look at the chart and determine which unit you'll need best for your pond. So I'll leave the links of all the filters and units that we talk about today in the description box. And if you're interested, go on there and take a look at them. And hopefully that will help you better in deciding which unit to buy and which unit that you like the boat best. So that's all our video today. Hopefully that has some good information that will help you. I hope my personal experience in using this unit is a trustworthy source for you in making your decision. And if there's any other topics around koi and koi pond you want us to cover, please feel free to leave in a comment, and always leave a comment below to let us know how you think about this video. And as always, please hit the like button for us, like this video, and always subscribe to our channel. Your support is so important to us. Thank you. Until next video.